All right, Theo, what did you learn at the conference? What was your favorite, your best moment? What was the best thing that happened? Theo's final Theo's
No
final
comment.
thoughts.
I have to use some discretion.
Mm.
No, I was just saying. Uh, that's what the conference is about: discretion, right?
Yeah,
Privacy.
opt out.
You have to opt
Privacy.
out. Good question. Um, I don't know. Well, I would say the first day I arrived at one of the first talks, and I just was able to hear some of it, and I was pretty surprised. I think it's called Terra Zero or Terra O, and
Okay.
they were talking about this weird idea of buying forest with smart contracts, and the smart contract is set up in a way where it's unable to sell the forest, so that they like save forests by buying it with a smart contract. I mean, it
Do they have a
sounds pretty
token?
geeky,
They
but
must have a token.
needs token, right?
Forest token,
It
yeah.
sounds interesting. It sounds interesting enough that I'm gonna check it out and see what that really is about, if it's really possible. I think that's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think that I just enjoyed being here. I like the venue. I like the vibe here, and meeting people I already know, meeting new people, networking. I think that's pretty much what it's about, to meet people in real life that that you might other probably the rest of the time are just talking shit to online and telling them that they're wrong and trolling them, and that their coin is a scam, and they're a scam too, and you're a scam also, and all the viewers are scams. But if you meet them in real life, then it's all good, and then we can call each other scams on the internet after that.
I'm pretty sure this is the conference where I got to meet Theo in person 2 or 3 years ago
Yeah,
now.
actually, I think that we met at Blockchain Hotel
Oh, it was
first,
before
but it
then,
was soon
but it was on the
after.
same
It
trip.
was same
Yeah.
trip though. Yeah.
So and yeah, that's what I feel a lot coming back to this conference now for the third time. Not that I'm like the valedictorian or the senior classman or whatever, but it feels like that. You walk around and you know everybody and you've met everybody and you talk to this guy that year and this guy the year before. And if anyone watched the interviews today, I'm gonna have to go back and cut them up, but I'm going to try to make some playlists, like a playlist of Paul Rosenberg. We've done 3 interviews now over 3 years, and Smuggler. We've done 3 interviews over 3 years. It's getting pretty interesting coming back to this conference year after year, and then being able to do this live couch, sometimes more successfully than others. We had some very frustrating times with Open Broadcaster yesterday and the day before. We had some network problems. Maybe it was just Open Broadcaster problems the whole time. We made everybody here run around and scramble trying to find us a network cable, but I did ask for a network cable in advance, and you'd think they would have one. Computer hackers.
One, but it was just like a meter too short.
Yeah, it was just too short. We just needed a longer one, and they worked it out, and we've been really good since then. I think since we switched to Zoom, Zoom's been a little better. I managed to convert the little stream box into a Zoomy box. I don't have the same kind of fine grain control, but I can cycle the cameras around, which it didn't work right there because I'm in the wrong window. But it makes me feel like spending all that money on the extra camera was worth it. You can see I'm over here in this camera, and you can see Theo and Dan are over there on their own camera. And then you can see this is my laptop camera, which I can't turn off because Zoom's not very smart. And this is the wide shot.
So I think that we need like a band, basically like a late night show.
Yeah, I'd like to
Yeah,
have a
like
band.
that's complicated, but there
Someone you
must
could
be a
throw
way to do
back and
something
forth
like
to,
that.
have a bigger
You know?
stage, and have the guests come out. Because,
yeah,
yeah, it is getting late night here. It's starting to get a late night feeling, but
Yeah, pianist and all that. I don't know, it's different.
a very tiny pianist.
Yeah.
But,
If anyone knows a tiny pianist, then just let us know in the comments below.
yeah, and shout out to the grin guy in the chat. He's been giving us $2 a couple of times. So I don't know. Grin's cool. I don't know.
Dollar bill,
I don't know
y'all.
anything about it. It's Mimble Wimble, all that fake developer name. It's another one of those that sounded really cool before it came out, but by the time it came out, they were already lined up to mine it and to own it and to whatever. And I don't think anyone made money off it. But I don't know. I guess it's private or something. So more power to Grin. Thanks for the little donations. Thanks to the Bitcoin SV guy in the chat. Everybody's having a good time arguing with you. It's good to have those opposing views, and you stick to it. You believe in whatever the hell you want to believe in for whatever reason.
Free market.
But yeah. So Dan, what was your best moment of the conference? What will you remember?
So I just going to go back to the last quote I was going to say was from Paul Rosenberg. And that, actually, I really liked the interview.
Yeah, it was
you know,
fun time.
it was fun, wasn't it?
We got into some religious topics there,
Yes,
and
yes,
not contentiously, but just discussing
like
the ideas,
yes,
which I
yeah.
think is very good. So,
So Paul said Bitcoin has experienced all the scorn, the hate, the attacks, the brush offs. The Bitcoin is stupid and trivial arguments, yet it just keeps going. As long as two human beings want to use it, Bitcoin will exist. I thought that's cool. It's like, you can't shut it down. You can just keep on. It's like whack a mole, you know?
that might be too good, Dan. I think that's our point to end on. You nailed it there with the quote. So thanks to everybody for watching. Be sure to give us a thumbs up and share. Shout out to Jeremy for the timestamps. Very cool. Thank you, Jeremy.
Thank you.
And thanks to Rico in the chat. He's doing some moderation. And thanks to just everybody else out there. We had a great time doing this. If you haven't watched it, we've got about 4 hours from yesterday, at least 5 hours from today. YouTube will render this. It'll take a couple hours, but you will be able to rewind to the beginning, skip around. Jeremy will probably be there with the timestamps if you want to watch a specific speech. And then, of course, someday in the future, I will edit these up into individual little bits and I'll put them on World Crypto Network. Not as long as I did in 2017. That took me a couple years, but more in the next couple months. Maybe when I get home to my larger computer, I can get the editing done on this, and that'll make them easier to watch. Thanks to the sponsors of HCPP. Thanks to Tomas, the organizer, who we talked to, and the other organizers, and Pavel, and everybody else for putting on this conference. We have a great time coming here, and thanks for them giving us this room and allowing us to do this. Certainly, we respect the privacy aspects of this conference, and we just film here in our room and all that. So, but I think we're heading towards the end. So thanks so much. And we'll be back in TCC Conf in Romania, I think next weekend. Just it seems almost here already. Yeah, but 7 days. I've got the same gear in my bag. We've got the same goal to do this then. I don't know if I'm going to be anchoring it. I'm going to be emceeing the conference. My current goal, I don't know if this is going to work, is to do a little Billy Crystal action, maybe host the show, run over here, say hello, go back to hosting the show, run over here, something like that. I'm going to try at least a couple times. Maybe Dan or Max will be hosting, or maybe, I don't know if Theo's going to TCC Conf, but
I am.
All right. And then same thing, Berlin Lightning Conference. I'm going to be there. Hopefully same kind of setup in a corner somewhere, couch, couple chairs, something, and hosting some people. And then same thing at Bitbrum for Birmingham. If you're in Europe, if you're near any of these conferences, you should come.
Yep.
You don't have to be a computer genius or know everything about crypto or be old school or whatever.
And if you come, you'll become a computer genius.
You will.
Yeah,
it just happens just like that, by association.
Thought osmosis.
Yeah. So get involved in your local community. Go to your meetup. Add some comments. Add some chats. Be involved. Interact with the computer. It's why it's better than TV. So I'm tired of talking. It's been a long time. We're going to pack all this stuff up back in the bag, and then off we go. More travel tomorrow. So
Cool.
Thanks so much. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.